Ashcraft with 10 strikeouts and no walks.
And he was as sharp as can be. Slider, curveball, fastball, a couple change-up splits mixed in there. Everything was working for Braxton Ashcraft this evening.
Mookie Betts to start the second for the Dodgers against Joe Ryan. Drives this ball to deep left center field. Larnach going back at the track at the wall. Goodbye. 399 feet, 300 home runs for Mookie Betts' career.
That is incredible. His fourth career pinch hit home run. And the Cardiac Kids come back again.
Here's the man of the hour right there, number 7, Dansby Swanson. What a day.
Dansby Swanson, the first player in Cubs franchise history with 3 straight 4+ RBI games.
It is out of here! And this game is over!
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Wonder and hope and look forward to it. He certainly should have time to factor in for sure.
Is it hard to stay grounded when you're watching him spin it and throw it the way that it is?
Not after all the valuable lessons this year of assuming you know nothing about injuries and recovery, just because it's been really hard for us. So we've gained discipline by the experience we've had this year of just going with what you have. His overall program has been incredible, and he's responded very, very well. So just continue to put one foot in front of the other, and you know, I think for him, just get on the mound against hitters is the next step, and we'll go from there.
Last night being somewhat of an exception. Melton hasn't missed as many bats as maybe just South might suggest. Why do you think that is? And is there more potential to generate strikeouts?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think location is always important for him. You know, I think obviously as his velo ticked up, that cutter got really expansive, you know, with how he used it and how much the break was going. And I don't know. I mean, what creates miss, you know, it's whether it's deception or usage or location. You know, there's another side to that where he pounds the strike zone really well, and he's sort of unapologetic, you know.
It's time for the great mascot race. Ready, set, go. And they're off. Look at them go, folks. They're neck and neck. The crowd goes wild. Down the home stretch. Here they come. Here's the play at the plate. It's Stomper. Congratulations on winning the great mascot race.
There's the tic-tac-toe game. He's got it started. We'll see if Wally Joyner wants to play.
Aha! Good move.
Good move, Wally.
That's a good move.
It's a block by Lyons. Joyner now.
He's going to the bottom left corner.
This is Steve Lyons. He put 2 X's in on 1 turn.
For the victory.
Now he tells him, I cheat.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Try to get peak performance as opposed to just performance. The badge of honor with playing every day and posting every day, I think is super important for players to have that mentality. I do love that about, you know, I know Matt Olson is I think he's the leading consecutive games played right now, active, and there's certainly value in that too. I think Tork's played a lot of games, Kevin's played a lot of games, Riley's played a lot of games, or every game. You know, hopefully we can continue not just to have him write him in the lineup, you want him to be good.
AJ, is this the most complete version of Riley as a hitter you've seen in the majors? Like the counting numbers and maybe some of the power might be down, but
The strikeouts are down, the walks are up, left on left looks better, the contact looks better. Like, is this kind of the realization in some ways of what he can be as an offensive?
Yeah, I think maturation is probably the right word. I mean, he's learned a lot about how to hit at this level and not just the see ball, hit ball, and like you said, I think he's some of the power numbers are down, I guess, but the overall at bat quality is up. The empty at bats are fewer and fewer. There's wider gaps in him contributing. He doesn't go through those 8, 10, 12 at bats where the game just doesn't allow you to hit the ball 500 feet every time. So, I've also learned that he can catch up pretty quickly to a pace that we're all accustomed to. He gets piping hot. It's a completely different hitter. So I think as well-rounded as he's become is part maturation and part approach and the part understanding that today's game, not every ball is intended to go 500 feet. And that's been a good step forward for him, unless all you value is a home run total.
Tigers manager A.J. Hinch. Stay with us. We'll go around the league with Jeff Reagular next on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
That first year in your new home matters. With preferred pricing, Redfin and Rocket Mortgage make the path to your next home easier. When you buy with a Redfin agent and finance through Rocket Mortgage, you can lower your interest rate by 1% for 1 year, or choose up to $6,000 in closing credits. See how it works at rocketmortgage.com or call 800-4ROCKET. Additional terms apply, not a commitment to lend. Rocket Mortgage, LLC, licensed in all 50 states. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Summer is back, Tigers fans, which means it's time to get your yard ready for the season ahead. Cookouts, backyard catch, friends and family together. Your lawn is the backdrop to it all. So this season, get your yard ready with Pennington and keep it strong all year long. As a proud partner of the hardest working grounds crew, Pennington is all about thick, durable grass, built for life's big and small moments. Pennington Grass Seed, available at the Home Depot.
One call to the Mike Morse Law Firm gets you access to justice. And for many, that's justice after a car or truck crash. But that's not all we do. We handle every type of personal injury case, from police brutality, slip and fall, birth trauma, wrongful death, dogfights, and many more. If you've been wronged, it's our goal to make it right. We have the resources and staff to get you the justice you deserve. Who you hire matters. 855-MIKE-WINS.
Jeff Reagular with Around the League from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios, brought to you by Big B Coffee, the official coffee of the Detroit Tigers. We got some really sad news to report on Around the League as the number of teams that have a winning record in the American League has gone from 5 to now just 4 as the Seattle Mariners lost yesterday to the Pirates 5-1. M's in the Steel City doing their best not to lose a couple straight and fall to a 500 record, but that's exactly what happened. Third inning, Pirates up 1-0, then Henry Davis made it 3-0, one swing of the stick.
Henry Davis has some power. This one's going to get out of here. He goes the opposite way. Henry Davis with a 2-run homer.
M's fall to a record of 41-41 at the midway point of the season. They're still in first place in the American League West, but now by...
And he drills this ball. Goodbye. Bang to begin this series.
Leadoff home run number 30 in the career of Shohei Ohtani.
Jake Bennett, Rocky Mountain High. He is rolling along.
Career high 9 strikeouts over 6 innings.
8 consecutive hits over 2 innings. And finally touched the dish 3 times to walk it off.
8 shutout innings, 9 strikeouts for Kyle Bradish. One of the best starts of Kyle Bradish's baseball life.
Brandon Woodruff coming back to the mound. 6 innings, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts, no walks. I mean, this was vintage Brandon Woodruff.
It looks like this guy's not scared of anybody. And he pitches like that. It's true.
In baseball, it's important to use your head, but it's not always helpful.
It hit him in the head, and oh no,
That's gonna be a home run.
Well, Jose, you have company.
And batter beware, the animal is loose.
Can I see that jump again? It looked like Luke Cornett trying to block a 3.
Now, there's top rail, and then there's yelling 4.
He hits him right in the palm of the glove.
It certainly grades an A for effort.
David Peterson on to pitch. Jacob Marcy loses the bat.
Oh, somebody's throwing a baseball up there from the Mets dugout to try and loosen it.
Shot up the middle. That's where Hyer Lee is, and he drops the ball. Unbelievable.
And how about a look at some heads-up defensive plays?
Converging, it's Antonacci with the diving play.
And what a rolling grab by Jorge Barrosa.
It's by the pole, and Siri got it. He went up and got it.
That, folks, is the magic of baseball.
Royo on the spin, smother, got him.
Fundy goes behind the back.
How about that?
Want to make pizza history? Of course you do! Get your $5 pizza from Little Caesars this Prime Day, June 15th to June 26th, online only. Pizza, pizza.
Now, back to the Metro Detroit Buick GMC dealers broadcast booth at Comerica Park. From the field, brought to you by Meyer, official partner of the Detroit Tigers.
What's up, Tigers fans, and welcome to the From the Field Report. I'm Kara Wolfbauer alongside Matt Vierling today. And Matt, let's just talk a little about yesterday's game. Trey Melton, almost just a perfect game. You got to watch from the bench perspective yesterday. What did you really see from him?
He was nasty. Yeah, I mean, the first inning, I was kind of warming up inside under the tunnel, and they had the TV on, so I got a TV's perspective of how he was looking in the first inning, and he looked absolutely nasty with his fastball cutter. So, yeah, I mean, he's been great. He looks everything we want him to be.
You got to see him in his rookie season too last year, starting to come into his own. What's the difference of how you've seen him come in now this season?
Last year is huge for him, especially pitching in the playoffs, just to kind of have that experience. You know, big games, big pressure, to be able to perform like he did. He pitched great. So, you know, a Wednesday night start or whatever, a Thursday night start against the Astros doesn't compare to Seattle in the playoffs. So, every bit of experience he gained from last year, he's obviously taken it into this year, and he looks amazing. I mean, he looks great ever since coming off the injury. He looks like he's owning his presence here.
And now today is actually the official halfway point so far in the season. Hard to believe, 162 games. What really stands out to you from the start of the season?
Man, a lot of ups and downs, but you know, we've shown flashes of who we are, and we just got to get more consistent with it, and you know, just try to get more consistent with those wins each and every day. So that's the biggest thing for us, showing up each and every day and working hard and getting ready for the game.
Where does that consistency start? How do you build from here?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it takes a couple wins results-wise, but really consistency, showing up here every single day, putting in the work and preparing like we do every single day. And we've been doing a great job of that. We just got to manufacture that into some results.
Thanks so much, Matt. And Tigers fans, thanks for tuning in to our From the Field Report. We'll have more pregame in the next couple of minutes on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Detroit Tigers Baseball. Brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Ready to help. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
At Jack Dimmer Lincoln, our commitment to the families driving this country forward is stronger than ever. Now through July 6th.
Welcome back to Cincinnati. Gino swung on, crushed. High, deep, left field. There it goes. Goodbye into the second deck. A 3-run go-ahead blast.
And Eugenio Suarez to the second deck. And he thunders the Reds ahead 3-2.
Well, there was absolutely no doubt about that one right there. 431 feet for Suarez.
That ball was smashed.
Is lined and caught on a dive toward the line by Paredes.
Great play by Isak. Diving to his left is shortstop Walls. He gets up and throws him out. Tanner Walls wasting no time to turn a hit into an out. Coming on Langford, and he makes a sliding catch. Nicely done.
Don't they know who's out there? Have they not watched Cody Bellinger?
Smoke to third and caught by Suarez. Wow, that was a rocket ride.
To the track, Martin to the wall, jumps up. Austin Martin caught that ball.
And Osuna into a slide, makes the catch.
Good stab by Castro, spins around, throw to first. Well done, Willie.
Long way to go for Connor Norby, who made the over-the-shoulder grab.
Tremendous.
Up the middle, backhanded by Urias. Stretch by Guerrero, they get him.
Oh, stopped by Palacios and the throw to first. Nice job there.
And he'll slide to make the catch. Coming in, Michael Harris. He dives and he's got it. Great catch.
It's time to play ball with the call of the game from the Metro Detroit Buick GMC dealers broadcast booth at Comerica Park. Here are the voices of Tigers baseball, Dan Dickerson and Dan Petrie.
Light cloud cover in downtown Detroit, light breeze, and again, just about perfect temperatures for baseball. Hello again, everyone. We're getting ready for the second of a four-game weekend series, Tigers and Astros. We talk about the importance of every series, Dan, and really every game right now. The Tigers have to find a way after starting the homestand with 4 wins, 3 consecutive losses. Now they've had some really good pitching, haven't taken advantage of it. Tigers have to find a way to still put themselves into position to win this series against the Astros after dropping game 1.
Yeah, they do, and they've got a really good pitching performance last night from Troy Melton. They've got another good guy on the mound tonight in Cater Montero. It's just time for the offense to step up a little bit and hopefully score a boatload of runs.
This rotation right now looks like one of the very best in baseball. Now that everybody is healthy and back, now have to get the bats, which exploded early in the month. Need to get the bats going again. The pitching matchup tonight, Cater Montero against Spencer Arrighetti. That's brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. For all the latest offers, go to Toyota.com. The lineups are being exchanged.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude?
My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
Okay, I went 5 for 5. I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs, and then next day, I gotta eat arepa with eggs. So my mom make it for me, and then when my mom is with me,
everything's good.
I save a lot of money.
Estamos lindos.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Pitchers start with the Tigers against Spencer Arrighetti. The keys for them to, well, he's had 2 starts. Tigers have had a lot of success against him. Keys to continue that success because, Dan, I would argue this is a very different pitcher than the one they've knocked around the last 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, he's got really good stuff, and that's the thing. The Tigers have not had any problems, and you figure at some point he's going to figure it out and have a good game. Just hopefully it's not tonight. But yeah, I think it's just the curveball is a big pitch for him. So is the sweeper. Likes to get some chase. And I think you've got to hunt fastball and not go chasing after that curveball and sweeper. Doesn't mean you can't swing at it because he can hang those pitches, but just make sure you elevate those and hunt fastball and elevate the breaking ball.
And the keys for Kader Montero to continue what has been a really good stretch. 3 of his last 4 starts have been outstanding.
Yeah, and I just think Kader, it's just a matter of mixing all his 5 pitches, which he has done tremendously all year. I love the usage of his fastball. I think it makes the four-seam and the sinker, it makes all of his other pitches that much better. But, boy, his changeup has been really, really good off those two fastballs.
Tigers come in with a record of 34-47 at the midway point, 81 games into the 162-game schedule. The Astros are 40-43. They're trying to make it 5 consecutive series wins as they get back into the playoff picture in the American League West. Tigers and Astros, game 2 of a 4-game weekend series, and the Astros now get ready to face soon-to-be 26-year-old from Venezuela, Kader Montero.
Kader pitched a season-high 7 strong innings last Sunday in a 5-4 come-from-behind victory for the Tigers. And Kader continues to get both sides of the plate out. Both sides are hitting in the low 200s, low 600 OPS. He's got that 5-pitch mix, and opponents are hitting just 102 on his changeup.
That is 5 for 49. Pena in the leadoff spot, first pitch. He swings and pops it up to short. Kevin McGonigal will step onto the outfield grass to his right, to his left. When pushing it around, he makes the catch. 1 step away from the infield dirt. First pitch today is brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. 1 pitch, 1 out. And this is what we love about watching Kader Montero. He's one of the top 5 pitchers in all of baseball for the fewest number of pitches per plate appearances, which means lots of quick innings. Dan mentioned a 7-inning start. He needed just 76 pitches to get through 7 innings. Alvarez takes a fastball at the belt for a called strike. 0 for 4 in the game last night. 4 for 17 against Tigers pitching this year. He's not afraid to pitch to contact. He's not going to get much swing and miss. The hard contact rate is going down. And I think the swing and miss might go up a little bit, but I think this is kind of who he is, Dan. Not afraid to fill up the strike zone with, as you said, a 5-pitch mix. Let him put it in play. Let his defense do their work. The 1-1. Fastball high and tight, 2-1. Alvarez hitting .318 with 25 home runs.
Yeah, I just think his confidence continues to grow, but it's a 5-pitch mix, and it's not just where he relies on 2 or 3 of them. He relies on all 5.
The 2-1, swing and a miss. That slider, when it's right, it can be a weapon against righties and lefties, but I love it when he throws to lefties like that.
Just falls behind, gets in that hitter's count, and Alvarez is looking for that fastball and just throws a little wrinkle. Can't come up with it.
The 2-2, swing, foul out of play. Not afraid to go inside either, is he, Dan?
I was going to just say, right there, he's tying him up. Especially with 2 strikes, they get a little bit more defensive, maybe not as big a swing. And if you get in, you can get inside because it's just, again, just slowing it up a little bit, just trying to kind of put the ball in play.
2-2. Swing back fastball. Got him on the inside corner. Wow, went right back in. That's a beauty to strike out a dangerous hitter.
Boy, that's a great sequence, and it's just all about tunneling, too, because that previous pitch was a 4-seamer right on the inside part of the plate that tied him up. And that one started about 6 inches inside, and that's why he gave up on it, because he just saw a 4-seamer, and that swung over and got the inside part of the plate.
What a great pairing of those 2 pitches. Isaac Paredes takes a slider at the belt for a called strike 1, and I always give credit to the home plate umpire for being able to call that pitch and see that movement off the plate to on the plate. Paredes calls time. Lance Barksdale is going to clean off home plate. It's almost looking like he's buying himself a little time. Is he having a conversation with Paredes?
Yeah. Or if he, I don't know, did he ask him to clean off the plate?
Nah.
That was weird.
That looked like Oh, you're gonna complain? Swing and a miss. It looked like he wanted to say something to Paredes without making it too obvious, so he goes and cleans off home plate that had just been cleaned off before the start of the game. 0-2, and that changeup, what a weapon. To righties, to lefties. Paredes has been a tough out in these 2 series. Montero, third base out of the rubber, the 0-2. Sweeper down and away. The Tigers in their new home alternate jerseys. First time they've had a home alternate other than the City Connect. Bright orange jerseys. It looks just like the Houston Astro orange from last night. The Old English D in navy blue, outlined in white. The 1-2. Fastball high and away at 96 miles an hour. Opponents have hit just 215 off the four-seam fastball, 212 off the sinker. Pitch that they have hit the hardest has been the curveball, pitch that he doesn't throw a ton. 2-2. Changeup misses low. Paredes is going to make it throw him a strike. Pretty good bat-to-ball skills. And he's kind of their Gleyber Torres. Talking with Steve Sparks, he said he's just kind of a glue. Not a guy who's a dangerous hitter, but he's going to see pitches. He's going to wear a pitcher out sometimes. 3-2, soft ground ball to second base. McKinstry fields a knee-high bounce and flips to Torkelson. He chased a sinker off the plate away. A 1-2-3 first inning for.
I'm Jonathan Mayer, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Fire up the grill, America, because, oh yeah, it's ballpark season.
Fox 2 is just the best.
I watch before I go to bed.
You definitely hit the local angle very good.
When I watch Fox, I feel like I'm getting the whole story.
They're working for you.
First inning is brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. Tigers facing the 26-year-old from Albuquerque, New Mexico, Spencer Arrighetti. Swing and a miss. McGonigal at the plate. And for one little challenge tonight, just ask someone you know, spell Albuquerque, because it's a tough one. We had a little challenge in the booth today. I cheated because I looked first.
I got the first 2 letters right.
13th appearance of the year for Spencer Arrighetti. Injury-shortened season last year, a thumb injury, a freak thumb injury, and then an elbow inflammation knocked him for the rest of the year. McGonigal swings on this a high foul fly deep down the right field line. Dan, as we said, a much improved pitcher from the last 2 years. Only 7 starts last year, but if you combine the last 2 years, this is a much tougher pitcher to hit.
Yeah, he's just had a rough June, allowing 17 runs in 22 innings.
McGonigal swings and lifts a high, shallow fly ball to left field. Loperfido in to make the catch, looking right into the sun. Again, this can be a tough time of night for anybody in left. I do think there's a light cloud cover that's making the intensity. It's not a bright sunshine right now, but you've still got the shadows and the sunshine early. I don't feel like it's played as much into games on this homestand as I thought it might, Dan.
I mean, every time you point it out, though, it seems like those left fielders are really
the left fielders are definitely struggling.
And the shadows is the first time I've really noticed how rough it is to see.
Dylan Dingler takes the first pitch, curveball that backs up on the inside corner for a called strike. Dylan Dingler hitting .268, hit his 19th home run last night. It's about as far as you can hit a ball, just over the fence, right where the left field fence meets the center field fence. It was a bomb. Sinker in, a lot of arm side run from a righty that's running into a right-handed batter. The numbers for Arrighetti, 7-3 with a .313. 69 innings of work. He's only given up 51 hits. The 1-1 swinging a long foul fly down the left field line into the netting. The biggest difference from the last 2 years in terms of how hard he is to hit, it's lower batting average, yes, but the power numbers are way down compared to where he was. The one thing you notice, he is not a premium strike thrower. He is a terrible first pitch strike thrower, barely above 50%. Remember, the league average is above 60%. The 1-2, swinging a ground ball foul behind Joey Cora down that third base line. So the walk rate, it remains stubbornly high, and that feels like that could be a key for the Tigers tonight. They couldn't take advantage of Imai last night. He had wildness, but not against the Tigers. See if Spencer Arrighetti is going to throw more strikes than he usually does, like Imai did. The 1-2, check swing. Did he go? Ooh, on the appeal to first, Will Little says he did not. Roofline shadow on the first base side is right now covering the mound. The ball is being delivered from shadow through a little bit of hazy sunshine and then into shadow at home plate. The 2-2, swinging a pop foul out of play. It's a pretty good swing at a fastball riding just above the belt.
Yeah, Arrighetti comes from that really low arm slot, not quite sidearm, a little bit higher. And gave him a steady diet of curveballs, 3 curveballs in a row, and just said, well, you know what, I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Through that high fastball, Dylan was able to foul it back.
Very compact motion from Arrighetti. Delivers curveball low and away, swing and a miss. 7th pitch of the at-bat. Dingler strikes out. That's a big sweeping slider, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the pitch that he goes to a lot. And it's 38 strikeouts on that curveball, and opponents are hitting just 145, and he has yet to give up a home run on that pitch.
That brings up Kerry Carpenter, fastball for a strike. So, Dan, his history against the Tigers, I know you looked at that. You liked what you saw?
Yeah, and the 2 starts.
The strike 1, curveball on the outside edge for a called strike 2. Inning in the third, he gave up 7 runs on 5 hits 2 years ago, in June 2 years ago, and then last August 5 runs on 7 hits in 5 innings. So total it all up, 12 runs in 6 1/3 innings. 0-2 away. And that gave you some optimism coming into this game
coming
tonight.
in. When you see a little over 17 ERA, you kind of say, you know what, I feel pretty good with 6 home runs and only 38 batters faced.
1-2, swing and a miss. Fastball up. Kerry Carpenter couldn't find the 94, and it's a 1-2-3 for Arrighetti in the first inning against the Tigers. We head to
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive! Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game.
time. The pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue. Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
It's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
This game brought to you in part by Northville Lumber, the official lumber yard of the Detroit Tigers radio network. No score, second inning. Each team with a 1-2-3 first for their starting pitcher. Kader Montero pop up a strikeout and a routine ground ball. First pitch to Christian Walker. Fastball sinks away. Tried to get a little swing back. Didn't quite reach the outside corner. Lance Barksdale says ball one. Walker 1 for 4 in the game last night. 3 for 14 in the 2 series. A knuckle curve outside. I get a little nervous when he throws the knuckle curve, Dan. When it's been put in play, it's been put in play hard. High batting average, 3 home runs and 41 at-bats. Fastball away, 3-0 on Walker, and yet there are some times when he gets swing and miss with it, and you're like, man, that's a good pitch.
Because I think it's a weapon. If his slider isn't there that particular game, he has another pitch that he can revert back to, but every now and then he might hang one.
3-0, perfect fastball, down and away for a called strike one.
But if he executes with it, it's a real good pitch. But sometimes, when he opens up a little bit and it just kind of spins on that inner part of the plate, that's where they do damage.
3-1, ground ball foul down the third baseline. Ryan Wills right on it, the third base umpire. Infield alignment. Keith at third, McGonigal at short, McKinstry at second, Torkelson at first. Colt Keith just getting better and better at third base. The thing that we've really noticed, the arm. The throws have a little more behind them this year. Remember, he dislocated his shoulder years ago. Elected not to have the surgery. 3-2, swinging a jam job, ground ball to short, backhanded on the in-between, hop by McGonigal, throws to first. He won't be able to get Christian Walker. That was a tough play. Kind of a line drive that landed right in front of McGonigal. He's frustrated he didn't make the play. Not an easy play, backhanding an in-between hop, and they call that E6. Holy smokes.
Yeah, I know it's a play that he'll say, you know what, I got to make. And if he comes up with that, he's going to be able to throw Christian Walker out.
It's a fine pick.
But he's a step on the outfield grass.
Man. We have seen base hits handed out on the most routine of ground balls that have been booted, and they're called hits. That was not an easy play. All right. Keep that consistency. Change-up, swing and a miss. Altuve at the plate. Last time out against the White Sox, 3 of the last 4 starts, Dan, have been just, as we said, outstanding for Montero. 6 innings, no runs on 2 hits in Chicago. Then he gave up 4 runs in 5 innings against Seattle. No runs in 6 innings against the Twins. Ground ball up the middle. McGonigal, nice big hot flips to McKinstry, over to Torkelson. And as a shortstop who just got charged with an error, that's exactly what you want. Nice, easy, tailor-made 6-4-3 double play ball.
Yeah, hit it to me again. I'll pick you up, Kader. Very nice little easy ground ball. Kader did a nice job of getting that sinker in on the hands of Altuve after showing him some pitches out over the plate. Jammed him and perfectly placed. Little hopper right by second base to turn that double play.
Brings up Joey Loperfido. Slider takes a little off it, swing and a miss. Actually, that's his average speed, 86, but it's got really nice shape to it. Sharp down and into a lefty. Strike one fastball paints the black away. Loperfido hitting .236. He's been a reserve outfielder. Had a good month in limited at-bats for the Astros. and with Houston, Toronto, and then back to Houston. Career 248 hitter. He's got a little bit of extra base power. 0-2, fastball high. Did he call? Yeah.
Ooh.
Called third strike. It was definitely a ball. Low per Fido, it's a good challenge. You can see it on the big board, hear the crowd reaction. Oh. It was like, oh.
Boy, he didn't want to at first and then kind of talked himself into it.
It's amazing how many hitters. McGonigal never hesitates. Dingler's pretty confident. A lot of hitters very reluctant. Sunshine bracketing the mound with shadow on either side. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Terrific slider down. Vierling's in left today, looking into the sun with the sunglasses on, makes the catch. Low per Fido. Soft fly ball out, and error does no harm on the four-seam fastball. If Colt Keith gets a hit, Northfield Lumber will donate to Detroit Lightbusters. Northfield Lumber is Michigan's oldest business, largest Trex decking dealer. The 1-1. Ground ball softly foul down the third baseline. We talked a lot about the impact of Gleyber Torres on this offense. And you wouldn't think one guy would make that big a difference. Remember, he came back with Kerry Carpenter at the early part of June, and the Tiger offense exploded. They hit 32 home runs the first 14 games of this month. And then Gleyber Torres went back on the injured list. So I was looking at it today. So Gleyber Torres has a 790 OPS this year. 390 on base, 390 slug, basically. Down and away. Curveball misses 2-2. So that's solid, right? But the impact on this lineup has been way beyond that. Because when he's in that 2 spot, it just makes the whole lineup work better. Fastball, cutter at the belt for a called strike. So, Dan, I was looking at it today. In the 43 games that Gleyber Torres has been in the Tigers lineup, the Tigers are 3 games above the 500. They're 13 games below for the season. 23-20, 43 games, they average 4.8 runs a game. When Gleyber Torres is not in the lineup, they average 3.1.
Almost a run a game.
Almost 2 runs a game.
Oh, I thought you said 4 to 3.
4.8.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Almost 2 full runs a game. Now, that's not all Gleyber Torres, but it really does speak to how the offense and this lineup works better when he's in it. Strike one, change up a little bit low, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, and if you think about it, just because McGonigal and Gleyber back to back, you figure one of those two are going to get on.
They both have an on base over 380.
And then Dillon, right? And then Dillon's coming up third. He's as much damage as he's doing. He's driving in a run.
Backdoor curveball just misses away.
So now with Dillon up at number 2, he's getting on or doing some damage, but it's the guys behind Dillon that need to kind of ratchet it up a little bit in Gleyber's absence.
The 2-1, swing and a miss, and it's also the length of the at-bats, right? I mean, Dillon's doing a ton of damage. We know that. He's not going to have as long as at-bat as a Gleyber Torres might. He and McGonigal back-to-back can make a pitcher throw 14 pitches the first 2 batters of the game.
Well, that's what we've talked a lot about, and just to start the game, you've got maybe 14 or 15 pitches, and you might not even get an out, and that pitch count gets up there in a hurry.
The 2-2, check swing, appealed to third. Ryan Wills says Cole Keith did not go. He's hitting .251, 4 home runs, 17 RBIs. Tigers trying to start something in the second inning. Shadows have now covered the mound, although the shoulders of the pitcher Arrighetti are in sunshine. He's delivering the ball in shadow all the way to home plate now. Keith swings at a cutter, fouls it out of play, well back third base side. It's just it really is something to think. I mean, this offense, you wouldn't think it'd all be about all about one guy, but it just reminds you of the impact of Gleyber Torres, who is going to be out, I think, for a while with that oblique. Quick step back with the left foot. Arrighetti into his motion. The pitch, curveball away. Cole Keith, 7-pitch battle, wins it, draws a walk with 2 outs in the second inning. 3 home runs. for Riley Green in the 2 starts that Arrighetti made against the Tigers in 2024 and 2025. Matt Vierling also has a home run. He's in the on-deck circle as McKinstry strides to home plate. Wenzel Perez had a home run. James Outman was not with the Tigers, but he too has a home run against Arrighetti. Fastball is up, but it's worth repeating. He's only given up 6 home runs in 69 innings, and his biggest improvement this year, limiting the extra base power. Short cautious lead for Keith at first. Walker holding with him the 1-0. Curveball low and in. Walk rate for Arrighetti just over 4 per 9, and for a starting pitcher that means you are going to have trouble with consistency start to start if that walk rate stays above 4. There just aren't many examples in history of pitchers, starting pitchers with a walk rate above 4 who've had great start to start consistency. Curveball for a strike to make it 2-1. Strikeout rate has dropped from the last 2 years. It was over 10 strikeouts per 9. He's right at a strikeout an inning coming into this game. McKinstry waiting on a 2-1. Better swings from him this month. The pitch way high. Zach showing some really nice plate discipline, good bat to ball skills, better contact in the month of June. It's going to take a while to lift all the numbers up, but he knows that this month has been better. The production has certainly jumped. Waiting on a 3-1 pitch on the way. A little bit low, back-to-back walks. Arrighetti got the first 5 batters with 3 strikeouts. Now 2 walks with 2 outs. Facing Matt Vierling, who has hit a home run against him in his career. Joshua Miller, the pitching coach, on his way to the mound.
Yeah, this is just one of those ones just to give him a little bit of a breather here. With 2 outs, back-to-back walks, those pitch counts kind of adding up here in this inning, and give him a little extra minute here just to kind of catch his breath and make sure he makes some good pitches here to Matt Vierling.
This is where you really have to take advantage of it. He took the mound. You figure with that little nagging doubt in the back of his mind, can I get these guys out? It's not just about Riley Green. It's about, hey, this is a team that I haven't been able to get out. Now it feels like the first sign of trouble. If you can get that big hit with 2 outs and get a run on the board, those doubts might just begin to creep up and speak a little louder. Vierling hitting .202, again a home run in his 3 career at-bats against Arrighetti. Tigers trying to take the lead, bottom of the 2nd inning. First pitch to Vierling, fastball, nice swing back on the outside edge for a called strike 1. Injury report is brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. Jackson Joe will throw a live BP session for the first time tomorrow as he works his way back from Tommy John surgery. Really deep in that right-handed batter's box. The strike 1. Swing and a miss. A very good curveball. 77 miles an hour. Pretty nice spin on that pitch.
A lot different the way he's attacking right-handers as opposed to the left-handers. Not really commanding the ball as well against the lefties with the back-to-back walks to Colt Keith and Zach McKinstry, and now he comes out and looks a lot more confident. Sure, right-handed Vierling.
0-2, swinging a ground ball fouled on the 3rd base line. That was a curveball that was up.
Yep.
Perhaps a missed opportunity. Matt's close to the plate, deep in the right-handed batter's box, kind of sits down into a stance, knees bent, the upper body upright, holds the bat upright, the hands below the right shoulder. The 0-2. Fastball up and away at 93, so good long 2nd inning from the Tigers' vantage point, making Arrighetti throw a lot of pitches. He's already at 40 pitches in the 2nd inning, 26 pitches this inning. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. 77-mile-an-hour curveball took Vierling down to a knee, and the swing and miss. Couple of walks. Tigers can't get anybody home. We head to the 3rd. Scoreless.
2-2 the count. The pitch to Alvarez, hit in the air to deep left field. Forget it. This one sails into the 2nd deck behind the 358 mark.
Alvarez follows up with a bomb. Oh my goodness, top tank.
Maria. Did the classic swing and stare and take the slow trot up the line. A look into the dugout, flexing that bicep. That was a shot. A classic Alvarez bomb.
Down the third base line. Sprague goes home and he hits Ronnie Smith. Now also heading home is Voit. He's in. The ball will go over to the seats. Heading home is McLemore. And he is safe. And the ball is dropped. And the fans are furious. The Toronto Blue Jays, the world champions, have done their 1962 Mets imitation.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
We're going to the top of the third inning. Dan Dickerson, Dan Petrie, so glad to have you along. For game 2 of a 4-game weekend series, Tigers and Astros playing each other twice in the space of 10 days. Gainer Diaz at the plate. First pitch, fastball right through the heart of the plate for a called strike one. Love the movement on that sinker.
Yeah, that's what makes him tough. And then he throws the four-seamer that's straight, has that little bit of hop on it.
Diaz check swing, ground ball to short. McGonigal will charge, scoop it off his shoe top, slip to Torkelson at first. The dreaded check swing ground ball where the hitter just wants to call timeout.
And there's the good knuckle curve. When it's located and down and away like that and you get a funky swing, that's when it's effective. But every now and then it gets hit because it's a hanger.
It's kind of like you think of what Casey Mize, how he talked about his splitter last year. Swing and a miss, slider away. Cam Smith, good-looking young player at the plate, hitting .220 with some power. A lot of upside still. But I was thinking, Casey Mize, his most hittable pitch last year was the splitter. But he's not going to do anything different, he said, this year. He said that's still the pitch that gets swing and miss. It's just when I miss, it's getting hit. So that's on me.
The catcher's challenging the ball call.
Ball called to Smith. Dingler challenging. And he wins the challenge by the hair on his chinny chin chin. Come on.
That's how good he is, though, and how confident.
Man, instead of 1-1, it's 0-2. The timing of his challenges is pretty interesting, too. I mean, he's very strategic. 0-2, ground ball back to the mound. Off the curveball, fielded by Montero off his shoe tops to the right of the mound, flips to Torkelson. 2 up and 2 down. But in other words, Casey Mize is like, I'm not going to stop throwing my splitter. I just have to make sure that my misses are in the right spot and I execute the pitch better. Kind of feel that way with the knuckle curve because when it's on, it's really good.
Yeah, I just think back to it was the Maddox that he threw against Colorado where he just broke out that knuckle curve, and that was the reason behind that performance.
1 base run on an error, erased on a double play last inning. Changeup low and away to Taylor Trammell, ball 1. Trammell having, well, so far, it's limited at bats, but by far his best year in the major leagues. He's never been able to get the bat going at the major league level. 1-0. Fastball at the knees for a called strike. This is just 80 at bats so far for Trammell. But to his credit, hitting .280. He's now 28 years old, this former first-round pick of the Reds out of high school in the Atlanta area. The 1-1. Fastball away. Another typical Cater Montero night. What was he in that Chicago start? It was like 44 pitches through 5. It was crazy.
65. That one in Chicago
right,
ended
through
up with.
6.
Yeah.
The 2-1 swing and a little baby pop-up over the screen down to our left.
And then what,
50 pitches through 5 against Chicago his last time out. Then it was single home run. Then he got 3 in a row. Gave up another scratch run in the 7th inning, but 76 pitches through 7? Wow. Typical pitch count would be, if he'd gone 7 with a typical pitch count, would have been 112. The 2-2. Fastball fouled, right down below us. I was looking up from the monitor. That baby was coming toward me. You got to yell for me.
I saw it, knew you were good.
You knew it wasn't coming in.
Nope, I knew.
It was on a direct line, though.
Yeah, it was. Had the top spin. You were safe.
The 2-2 to Trammell. Swinging a deep foul fly. Hooked it down the right field line. Left-handed batter. Getting the start in center field for a second time. Those who watch the Astros, Jake Myers is by far the better center fielder. But the Astros want this left-handed bat. Again, the lefties. This is where Kader Montero is so much better than last year. The 2-2. Swinging a foul straight back. We talked about it a little bit his last time out. He said it's just a conscious effort to mix his pitches a little bit differently. If you look at each pitch's use against lefties last year and this, it's pretty similar. But it feels like, Dan, that he's sequencing maybe them a little bit differently. But he's really confident with how he is mixing his pitches against lefties. Not trying to be not very predictable in how he uses them. The 2-2. Swinging a fly ball center field, and that's where James Outman is. To his right, he'll make the catch. That's a good swing for Trammell, but to the big part of the ballpark. And an easy play for James Outman. Trammell lines out deep to left center. 9 batters. That's the minimum faced for Kader Montero through 3. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Tigers and Astros scoreless.
Swung on, bank toward third. Fielded, dropped by Zimmerman. Now he can't come up with it. It's in his jersey. It went in his jersey. He kept looking for the ball, and it stuck underneath one of the buttons into his jersey.
How did it do that?
Have you ever seen that?
No.
And what's the ruling? A base hit.
There's a lot going on when Ohtani pitches and hits. So there goes Ohtani. Shohei lighting up the highlights already. It's a leadoff home run after he struck out 3 at the top of the 1st. And the Dodgers lead it 1-0. He hit 55 in the regular season, a Dodger record. And he's gone deep for the 3rd time this postseason, his first of the championship series.
There's the bunt. That could be trouble as Petrie. No, Stevie dives in and beats it. Good effort by Steve Lyons.
And that'll be a base hit right there. Good job. I'll tell you one thing, not a bad defensive play either by the Tigers.
Did you see that? He's going to get the dirt out, and all of a sudden he unbuckled his pants and they fell down.
EDU. Bell's Brewery has a treat for you. Bell's Flyover. It's our new easy drinking light lager beer. Enjoy a flyover.
Fastball popped up. Foul first base side and safely into the seats. Every Tigers home run this year is a Little Caesars Pizza home run. Order online for delivery or Pizza Portal pickup. Shadows covering most of the infield right now. Again, that little gap between the last row of seating and the roofline shadow, that sunshine is on the left side of the infield. But for the most part, it is covered in shadow. And for the left fielder and center fielder, it can be very tough to pick that ball up. Change up, low and away, challenged. I don't think he's going to win this challenge. Yainer Diaz pretty good behind the plate. It is a ball. So Dylan Dingler challenges an 0-1 ball call and wins, flips the count to 0-2. Diaz tries the same thing and misses. It's 1-1. Redison tied at third, the 1-1. Change up Sales up and away. Couple of 2-out walks. Pretty good strike throwing for Spencer Arguetti. Threw 5 batters on the 2 walks. Then he struck out Vierling on a wicked curveball to end that mini threat. 2-1. Curveball at the belt for a called strike. Second strike allows Paredes to back up. Pena at shortstop. He's terrific. It's shaded right up the middle. The outfield straight up on Outman. He's got some pop. The 2-2. Checks his swing and a curveball down and in. Ryan Wills on the appeal says no, he did not go. Lance Barksdale's the crew chief. He's behind home plate. Will Little at first. Ryan Addeton at second. Ryan Wills is today's third base umpire. Scoreless in the bottom of the third inning. Nothing wrong with the Tigers pitching of late. It's worth repeating the number that you mentioned after the game last night, Dan. 29 consecutive starts by Tiger starters. They've not given up more than 4 runs. The 3-2. Low and in. He walked him. And now with Skubal back, Mize back, Melton back, all in the last several weeks. Valdez starting to really dial it up. Starting to be that ground ball guy again. And Troy Melton has just been terrific. This rotation looks like, well, it was ranked second best in baseball going into the season. And now it looks like it absolutely is coming together that way. McGonigal takes fastball up and away at 90. Now you have to get this offense going. Paredes even with the base at third with Pena up the middle. Altuve at second, shades over toward the hole. The 1-0 to McGonigal. Low and in. Big sweeper at his back foot. McGonigal 1 for 4 in the game last night. Soft fly ball to left his first time up.
Boy, this strike throwing to left-handers, it's just night and day.
It really is. And he's been tough against lefties and righties, kind of like Montero. He's been much improved against lefties this year. And their slash line, meaning their batting average on base slugging, is almost identical left and right. But tonight, he doesn't look as interested in throwing lefties a strike.
No, he's a lot more comfortable throwing his breaking stuff to the right-handers and just really not landing it all that often.
Big secondary lead for Outman. This is a pitcher you can run on. Curveball gets a swing and miss to Kevin McGonigal. Arrietty's never held runners well, and he's given up 12 steals, 14 steals, and just 2 caught stealing. Outman has stolen the base in his brief time with the Tigers. McGonigal swings ground ball off the glove of Walker, trickles into shallow right field, tracked down by Altuve. That gets Outman over to third, and McGonigal will hold at first. McGonigal single, runners at the corners, nobody out, and that reminds you a lot of the ball hit at the end of the game last night.
There were 2 of them. There were 2 of them last night, almost identical to that. Christian Walker holding the runner on, and James Outman, and just to the left enough and hit hard enough that it squeezes by off the glove into short right field.
Curveball hung up. McGonigal could have put a good swing on it last night. It was Colt Keith with a man on. Hit it same spot. That time Walker grabbed it and started a game-ending double play. Dingler at the plate. First pitch. Sinker off the plate and in. Won't be a surprise to see McGonigal take off. He had 9 steals early. Does not have a steal here in the month of June. Tigers trying to get the jump on Spencer Arrietty, the 1-0. Sinker at the belt, gets a called strike. It's right there. Been a challenge. Dingler would have lost, and he knew it. McGonigal edges off at first. Altuve shades right up the middle at second base. Middle of the infield double play depth, the 1-1. Fastball. Thigh high, inner half, and Dingler takes strike 2.
Yep, I think he's looking. Remembers that last at bat where he gave him a steady diet of the curveballs, kind of showed him the fastball, and Dillon was looking for a breaking ball there.
Arrietty doesn't get a ton of ground balls. He gets an average number of double plays turned behind him. Fastball up. A couple of times in a row, McGonigal started to go and then stopped. The 2-2. There goes McGonigal. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second base. Terrible throw. Goes right into center field. That will score Outman. McGonigal over to third. Tigers take a 1-0 lead. Diaz complaining that Dingler got in the way. Home plate umpire Lance Barksdale says no. It was an awful throw to second base. Tigers with a 1-0 lead. Man on third, 1 out.
My goodness, yeah, threw him another curveball to Dylan Dingler that he doesn't come up with, but McGonigal going on the pitch. Yeah, that's a good 6 to 8 feet on the second base side of second base.
That's as bad a throw as you will
and
see.
Tailing too.
My goodness.
That's a good sinker from Yainer Diaz.
Some hard side run there,
yes.
Dan. Brings up Kerry Carpenter. They attacked him with high fastballs first time up. They attacked him with a high fastball. He swings and fouls it out of play. Teams are starting to do this, it feels like, Dan, a little bit more and more.
Yeah, the Yankees did the same thing. Right up there, and then even higher, kind of climbing the ladder. If he shows that he's going to swing at it, they keep going just a little bit higher.
Everybody in tight onto the infield grass. Curveball away. I would think he's going to go right back up with the fastball. Got that really low release, as Dan mentioned, so you get that low vertical approach angle, which just means, I think Joe Ryan, we always talk about him, it just is a pitch that you will swing under again and again and again. Carpenter stepped out, digs back in, waiting on a 1-1, on the way. Spins the curveball away, 2-1. Fastball, curveball, curveball. Charlie Cora over to third base to whisper in the right ear of Kevin McGonigal. Beretta's hanging by third base with the lefty up. McGonigal taking his lead in fair territory with Carpenter at the plate. 2-1. Spins another curveball. I am surprised.
It's amazing.
Wow. Feels like they're overthinking it a little bit here.
But the misses almost are identical to all the lefties. Every time he's throwing that breaking ball, it is outside to him.
The 3-1. Swinging a fly ball, right field. Way back and gone. Oh, he got another high fastball, and he did not miss. Number 11 for Kerry Carpenter. 3-0 Tigers in the third.
There it was, falling behind with 3 straight curveballs on the outside edge there. Kerry, just watches him go. They weren't even close, and knows that he can't get a curveball over. He can't get a curveball over. He knows a fastball's coming, sat on it, and crushed it into right field.
I loved him just thinking along with the pitcher. He knew that he wasn't going to throw another curveball.
Nope. And there's another one.
He wasn't comfortable throwing anything else.
There's another curveball outside to Riley.
Riley swings and taps a curveball on the ground. He went in that time. He'd been staying away from Carpenter. Then it felt like he should have gone back to the fastball earlier, like after the first curveball, because he wasn't getting to it, but he really was looking for it up. 1-1. Change up high and away. 2-1 on Riley Green, who popped out his first time up. Shallow fly ball to left field. Bright sunshine from just behind second base all the way out to the batter's eye and straightaway center and in left field for Loper Fido. The 2-1. Swing and a little tap foul. That's a good pitch down and in. He sees the cutter. Down and in.
Yeah, cutter, I think, takes people by surprise because you're just constantly looking for the fastball, the sweeper, the curveball, and then all of a sudden that pops out and you're not used to seeing it.
The 2-2. Backdoor curveball away. Pena right up the middle. Paredes way over towards shortstop. Outfield doesn't move a whole lot. And they are straight up, very deep. Green waiting. Arrigetti's 3-2, a swing and a miss. Ball bounces away from Diaz. He'll pick it up and throw to first to Walker to complete the strikeout. Third inning today brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. For fast service and the best price, choose Mastercraft. Kerry Carpenter's 11th home run of the year gives the Tigers a 3-0 lead after 3. On the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer. Sorry. Curveball down and away from Spencer Torkelson. Get on players for losing track of the outs. Well, let's get on the announcer. He lost track of the outs. Strike on the outside edge. 1-1 on Spencer Torkelson. We're still in the bottom of the third.
You get 3 runs, though. I mean, that's where it fired up. Like, all right.
2 outs, bases empty. 3 runs in. 3-0 Tigers in the bottom of the third. The 1-1. Fastball up and away. Tork's like, hey, don't take my at-bat away. I want to have my cuts against Arrighetti. Dan mentioned he's been more hittable in the month of June. Felt like just kind of a course correction after a great start. Tork swings and fouls it out of play. He sees the cutter away. Arrighetti through the first part of this season had a 1.30 ERA through 8 starts. It just felt like a correction might be coming for him, and that's probably what we've seen in the month of June. The 2-2, swing and a miss, curveball down. Torkelson strikes out, and that is officially the end of the bottom of the third inning. 2-run home run for Kerry Carpenter caps a 3-run third, his 11th of the year. We head to the 4th inning, 3-0 Tigers on the Detroit Tigers.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pregame, postgame, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
To be in, the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. We think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
Tigers are in the top of the 4th inning. Gator Montero top of the order because he's faced the minimum 9 batters through 3. First pitch low and outside. Pena, Alvarez, Paredes. First trip through the order, looking for hard contact. I'd say the Taylor Trammell fly ball to center to end the third was really the only hard hit ball. 1-0, knuckle curve, there it is, swing and a miss. Again, when it's right, it's a thing of beauty.
I just think Gator, too, is going to feel it. He knows that, hey, this is a big game for the Tigers. They need to stop this 3-little game mini skid here. Guys, get you 3 runs. You need to come right out and have a really sharp inning.
1-1. Pena swings, fouls it out of play. Can't get around on the 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Montero works over on the third base side of the rubber. Looks like he's going to work from the stretch. Places that left foot in front of the right. Turns the upper body left, then right, and then just lifts the left leg and drives to home plate. Ground ball chopped to third to the glove side. Keith Fields fires, got him at first. Always good to get Pena out. He's been a really tough out in the 2 series, 7 for 17. Now 0 for 2 tonight. I like all the ground balls that we are seeing in this game, Dan, because Gator Montero, the kind of the oddity this year, is that he has become much more of a fly ball pitcher. More than half the balls put in play have been in the air, have been fly balls. Last year he was below 40%, and yet he's been a better pitcher. Sinker low and into Yordan Alvarez, and tonight, I mean, obviously the best combination is a guy who gets a lot of ground balls with a power arm, and tonight he's gotten, well, now 6 ground balls, first 10 batters. One was an error, the 1-0. Alvarez swings and hits a fly ball to center field. James Outman shielding his eyes from the sun. A couple of steps to his right, makes the catch. Just a routine deep fly ball out for Yordan Alvarez. I like the job the Tigers are doing against Alvarez. You feel like you're going to jinx it by talking about it, but Dan, we said it going into the series in Houston. Tigers have done the 3rd best job of any American League team by OPS, holding down the production of Alvarez, and now he is 4 for 19 in the series, the 5 games the last 2 weeks. Isaac Paredes takes a changeup, strike 1.
Just again pounding that strike zone, doesn't care that it's the top of the order. I just like that in Cater. You know, we were talking about it. He's got that little bit of nastiness, that little bit of mean streak when he takes that mound. And you love it. Swinging a little pop fly down the right field line. Kerry Carpenter on the run, won't be able to get there. He fields it on one hop with a bare hand, turns and throws to McKinstry at second base. That's just a fly ball in the right spot. Paredes is a pull hitter, and Carpenter was shaded toward the right center field gap. So a 2-out little flare, a single, first hit of the game. Troy Melton went 16 batters into the game before he gave up his first hit yesterday in a gem of an outing. 1 run on 2 hits, the 1 run scored on a home run, no walks and 6 strikeouts. 4th inning today brought to you by Wallside Windows, local and family owned, celebrating 82 years as Michigan's leader in replacement windows. Christian Walker checks his swing, slider down and away, couldn't check it in time, strike 1. McKinstry up the middle at second base. The outfield plays Walker to pull. Tigers have done a nice job against him as well in the 2 series. Sinker up, he swings and pops it up to shallow right field. Kerry Carpenter makes the catch, and that is another quick inning. It's what Cater Montero does. He's through 4 innings on 49 pitches. We head to the bottom of the 4th, 3-0.
And Rogers has tossed a shutout through 7. Just 1 base hit allowed for Trevor Rogers. He was marvelous.
8 strong innings for Cantillo, allowed just 1 run on 4 hits. Took him 98 pitches to do it. What a night it was for him.
It's a homer! Ozzie just hit one into the chop house. It is gone! Ozzie Albies let it fly down the right field line, and the Braves win it! 3 home run game from Babe Schwarber. 26, 27, 28 of the year for one of the best sluggers of the generation. Harper is 3 for 3, and by the way, here in the 3rd inning, Harper homer double single. Harper to left center field, headed for the gap. Got to try for 3, don't you?
He's got a triple, and he's just hit for the cycle.
You could describe Tulsa as a big small town or a small big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Tigers who go to the bottom of the 4th inning. This series is brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, 1-800-CALL-SAM. Keith leads off 6, 7, 8 hitters. McKinstry and Vierling to follow against Spencer Arguetti. Keith takes a pitch low and in, ball 1. Tigers made him throw a lot of pitches last inning. So through 3, he's thrown 72 pitches. Cole Keith swings and hits a fly ball down the right field line toward the corner. Smith in the corner at the foul pole, jumps up, and it's gone! I think it hit the foul pole. Smith was jumping. Cole Keith has home run number 5, and the Tigers take a 4-0 lead in the 4th.
Yeah, Cole Keith wasn't exactly sure that it hit that foul pole, so he was sprinting around those bases, still running hard into third base. And finally, they let him know. Boy, and he continues to haunt Astros pitching.
Smith was there and right off the foul pole. Boy, off the bat, that did not look like a ball that was about to go out. Curveball just below the strike zone to Zach McKinstry, ball 1.
I think that's one of those ones you talk about where he clipped it just right and got
just
a lot
right.
of backspin on it, and it just kept carrying him because of all that backspin on it.
The proper backspin can make all the difference. McKinstry takes a pitch away, 2-0. And that's all about bat path. It's something the Tigers work on. 2-0 fastball. I always think of what J.D. Martinez said. He didn't talk about launch angle. He did talk about his bat path. And remember, this is what he learned with Houston, and they didn't recognize it in spring training. That's when the Tigers picked him up. The 2-1. Slider a little bit low. He wanted to be in the strike zone for as long as possible to cover as many pitches as possible, to hit them as hard as possible. And he always described his swing as, I'm a plane matcher. The 3-1. Up and away. McKinstry draws his second walk. 4-0 Tigers. A run in, a man on, nobody out. Matt Vierling struck out his last time up. He's got a home run in his career against Arrighetti. And that always stuck with me. I'm a plane matcher, meaning I want my bat path to match the plane of the pitch coming in. And that gives you the best chance to do what you just talked about. Backspin the ball properly for the best carry.
Now this is one here with Zach McKinstry on. You just keep waiting for him to get on base, and this is probably a good opportunity for him to take off. Kevin McGonigal took off on the Kerry Carpenter. I think it was Kerry Carpenter, wasn't it?
McGonigal took off. Yeah, no, on the Dingler strikeout.
Yep, on the Dillon strikeout.
It'll be a surprise if McKinstry doesn't go.
Yeah.
Curveball misses in. It's hard to be. He's been aggressive on the base paths, very aggressive like he has been the last few years. But it's hard to be a confident base stealer when you're not on as often as you were a year ago. Now that he's starting to heat up, he's getting on base more. You would think this would be a time where he's going to feel comfortable going. If he can read that move of Arrighetti. Vierling takes a sinker down. He's got the good hitters count, 2-0.
He's trying to slide step as much as possible, but every now and then he'll lift his leg. And now 2-0. I wouldn't be surprised if he does lift his leg up.
The 2-0. Sinker strike, thigh high inner half, 2-1. Nate Pearson is getting loose in the Astros bullpen. He's just started to get up and throw, get the arm loose. 4-0 Tigers trying to add on in the bottom of the 4th inning. The 2-1, swing and a miss, fastball by him, up and in. James Outman is waiting on deck.
Trying to pick the right pitch, too, and you know there's curveballs coming here to Matt Vierling, so you think that Zach McKinstry's over there kind of reading that and saying, okay, 2 strikes, was he going to spin one here?
Draws the throw. Arrighetti's suspicious, but 14 steals in 12 starts. That's a big number.
Especially with that throw from Diaz on the first attempt by McGonigal.
That was not a thing of beauty. There goes McKinstry, swinging a little line drive into shallow center, and McKinstry read it perfectly. Bounces in front of Trammell, and he scoots over to third. It's what the Tigers do. First to third on a line drive single. Runners at the corners, nobody out, and the Tigers trying to add to a 4-0 lead in the fourth.
And that's the thing that is so beautiful, is that it was a breaking ball, and Zach McKinstry guessed right, but he didn't slow down going into second base. He picked up the ball, knew that it was down. You could decoy all you want out there in the outfield. Zach McKinstry read it perfect and says, yep, that's fine in outfield grass. It didn't slow down and just trotted into third base.
Tigers still the best in the American League, taking the extra base. First to third, second to home on a single, first to home on a double. They're one of two teams over 50% in that category. Remember last year they were the only team. It was one of the best base running seasons in that category that we'd seen in decades. Outman takes ball one, the 1-0. Swinging a fly ball down the right field line. This one's deep. It's got a chance. And it's gone, a home run. James Outman, 3-run home run. Tigers having some fun. They've got a 7-0 lead in the fourth.
Boy, just got that pitch that's in that happy zone for left-handed hitters, down and in. James Outman just dropped the barrel of the bat on it and right down the right field line for the second home run this inning.
McGonigal takes a pitch low and away. Past history is always where you start. When a pitcher is facing a team that he's either had a lot of success against or has not. I didn't think it would come true tonight just because he's such an improved pitcher this year. But that past history against the Tigers is absolutely the biggest factor. And you said it going in.
Yeah, still nobody out in this inning, too.
The 1-1. Change up low and in. I'm surprised that Astros haven't made a move. Heath home run, walk single. You think that, and then the home run. You think that would have been the end of the day. Joe Espada has not made the move yet. Curveball down and in, 2-2. Gotta go with a single his first time up. That one right off the glove of Christian Walker and trickled into right field. The 2-2. Soft little tap foul. Kevin McGonigal has described that just selling out, getting out of the front leg, and just if it's a breaking ball and a 2-strike count, he knows how to get out there and just waste a good pitch. He's not trying to do anything other than what he's doing, fouling it off, extending the at-bat. Sixth pitch of the at-bat. Away. This has to be the last batter, you would think, for Arrighetti.
Just the way his command is to these left-handed hitters, he's just not finding the strike zone. And when he does come in, Tigers left-handed hitters are waiting for it and doing damage.
3-2 away. McGonigal draws a walk, and that will be the end of the day. For Arrighetti, he could not record an out in the fourth inning. He gave up 3 home runs in the space of 7 batters. From the third to the fourth, it started with a Carpenter home run in the third. Keith Outman with home runs here in the fourth. While the Astros make the change, Tigers have scored 7 off Spencer Arrighetti. His day has come to an end, and while the Astros make the change, 7-0 Tigers in the fourth. We'll pause for these words on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Baseball season is here.
Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha.
Amazing.
And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bach beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
They're loaded now for Langoliers.
2 grand slams in his career. Crack to deep center field. Varsho going back as far as he can go. And Langoliers has a grand slam. Tigers is a grand slam. And they have blown this game wide open.
And in grand fashion.
Shea Langoliers can do no wrong right now.
Nate Pearson, a righty on the mound. First pitch, fastball, a little bit low to Dylan Dingler. 5 have stepped to the plate for the Tigers in the 4th inning. 4 have scored. McGonigal takes off, pitch high and tight, throw down to second base. Absolutely no chance. McGonigal got a great jump off of Pearson. Diaz, as we have seen, does not have a great arm. McGonigal with his 10th steal in 10 attempts.
Now, Nate Pearson just took his sweet time getting rid of that ball, too.
Tigers aren't going to stop running just because of the 7-0 lead, the 1-1. Fastball, that was a perfect pitch. Diaz didn't have the courage of his convictions there. That was squarely in the strike zone. Dylan Dingler would have challenged. The 2-1. Shot foul. That's a pitch way off the plate and in. And we've seen Dylan Dingler keep that ball fair and hit home runs.
I was going to say, man, I don't know how he got that bat head to that ball. I mean, I was that sinker diving down and into him, and he just really quickened that bat up to get to it.
7-0 Tigers are in the 4th. Check swing, curveball away, appealed down to first. Will Little says he did not go. The count is 3-2. Today's game brought to you in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, the official healthcare provider of the Detroit Tigers radio network. Instant replay is brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, it's 1-800-CALL-SAM. Altuve ducking in behind McGonigal at second, the 3-2. Swinging a little pop fly into shallow center. Altuve going out. He won't get there. A little blue. McGonigal racing around third, coming home. Trammell's throw to the plate. One hop strike. Not in time. Head first slide. McGonigal scores. 8-0 Tigers in the 4th.
Boy, Dylan Dingler didn't hit it hard. It was just one of those breaking pitches on the outside part of the plate and just got enough of it to lob it into center field. Kevin McGonigal had to hold up just a little bit just to make sure that it dropped down. But when you're up 7-0, that's Joey Cora just saying, you know what, we're going for it. Take a chance.
Not an obvious send. He did a great job reading that ball. He saw it go up. He took a step back towards second. Then he tracked it. And then when he realized Altuve wasn't going to get to it before it bounced, he was already 3 strides toward third. Great read. 58th RBI of the year for Dylan Dingler, besting last year's total, and we're at game number 82. How about that? It's always fun when you reach the 81 game mark. You go, well, let's play. Let's play. What would the final numbers look like if you doubled them today? Carp takes a curveball away. Wow, the strike zone's getting a little tighter for Lance Barksdale. Diaz is not challenging. 2-1. So for Dylan Dingler, after 81 games, if you doubled it, 38, 114. That's got a nice sound to it. 2-1. Fastball up and away. 3-1 on Carpenter. Still nobody out here in the 4th. I love how Dylan Dingler kind of expands his strike zone if he knows that he can do something with the ball to get a run home. Carpenter swings, fouls it out of play. Homered his last time up, now 3-2. We've seen him do that a few times, Dan. pitch off the plate, he'll take it to right, or in that case, loop it to center. Sometimes he'll go down and get a ball and drive it into left field. But he'll expand the strike zone in those situations. And I always remember Jim Leland saying that's what the good RBI men do. Swing and a miss. Curveball down and in. Carpenter strikes out. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Pitching change for the Astros, brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. Riley Green didn't get to have any fun against the guy that he had owned, Arrighetti, with a pop out and a strikeout. Now facing Nate Pearson. Bullpen needed some innings last fight from Imai, and they got it. Swinging a pop-up foul and out of play over the Tigers dugout. On the third base side, 1-1 the count on Green. So the bullpen now rested today, but all those back end guys right now don't look like they're going to play a big part in this game with the 7-8-0 Tigers lead. The 1-1 up and away. Nate Pearson, now 29 years old. When he debuted with Toronto, this was an electric arm.
Sure was.
Just couldn't stay healthy. The 2-1. Curveball away. 3-1 on Riley Green. Came in hitting .292 with 9 home runs. 36 home runs last year. The 3-1. Ground ball softly to first. Walker will field. Flipped to Pena at second. Back to Walker. 3-6-3. Inning-ending double play. Big inning for the Tigers. The first 6 batters reach, and the Tigers score 5. Home runs from Keith and Outman. We go to the 5th inning. 8-0 Tigers on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
Packed for every possible scenario. Snacks.
Base is empty for Victor Barracoto. He's got the power to end this game.
High drive. Left center field. It is out of here. And this game is over.
Second home run as a major leaguer. What a moment for Victor Barracoto. How about 445? He crushed it to left center field. The swing of Barracoto's life.
Here comes Hernandez into a slide. He made the catch. That'll bring him to their feet.
Sliding stop by Sanoha. He plucks it. A heck of a play from Javi.
Merrill sprinting back, jumps and makes a catch.
Just another huge play. Mason making it look easy.
Showing off the range. Mr. Cali Cool getting it done. Ward is back and he makes a running catch.
Coming on, say Don. He dives. Did he catch it? Unbelievable defense there by Rafaela.
What a 4-6-3. Nunez to Abrams to Garcia. And that Dodger defense doing it again. O'Neal lays out and makes a phenomenal catch.
And they got him by the tongue. Say Don. Say you're gone.
Nicely done by Junior Caminero down there at third base.
Over to second for one. Oh, a beautiful throw from Meyer. In time double play. Merrill comes in and catches. That was a tough play.
The hardest play a center fielder has to make.
Fifth inning today is brought to you by Figer Law. All they do is win. The boos are for Jose Altuve. Their boos of respect. Swing and a miss. He throws his bat into the Tigers dugout right over the head of A.J. Hinch, his former manager. Boos are only going to get louder now. Frankie Boyd, the bat boy, very nicely hands it back to him.
Tigers are doing a nice job of pitching to Altuve too. They're putting everything right on that outside corner. They're swinging the fastball back, keeping him honest inside, just so he can't get out there and lean, but boy, they're just staying right on the corner, not letting it drift back over the middle of the plate.
1 for 17 in the 2 series for Altuve. That's doing a job. His offensive numbers are off this year. The one hit he had in Houston was a monster home run. Strike one, check swing, went too far, knuckle curve that bounced over in the left-handed batter's box. No balls and 2 strikes. What a gorgeous night for baseball. So glad to have you along. Good crowd on hand. Love to see you out here this weekend. We've got a couple of day games tomorrow and on Sunday before the Tigers hit the road. Tigers trying to even this series at a game apiece. They've got an 8-0 lead. We're in the 5th. Slider bounces away. Altuve grounded into a double play first time up. Kader Montero's faced 1 batter over the minimum through 4. Pitch counts are brought to you every game by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. His pitch counted a very reasonable 52. 3 pitches into the 5th. The 1-2. Altuve pops it up, foul, out of play, down to our right. Jack Flaherty is rejoining this rotation on Sunday. Kader Montero wants to make the decision about what happens next as tough as he possibly can. 1-2, ground ball up the middle. It'll be fielded by McGonigal on the grass behind second. Throw to first. Couldn't get Altuve at first base. That's just a soft ground ball in the right spot.
It was, and it just jammed him. It finally came in just slightly. And it was just, like you said, Kevin McGonigal was playing him to pull. Zach McKinstry just a couple steps, not quite up the middle, but just a couple steps on the other side of second base. And just in that perfect spot. If he was a little bit more up the middle, he might have had it.
First pitch fastball middle to Joey Loperfido.
McKinstry, if McKinstry shaded more up the middle, might have been able to take 2 steps over there, gather it, and be able to get Jose Altuve.
Outfield plays Loperfido to go the opposite way, so everybody shifts toward the left a little bit. Backdoor slider called strike 2. Terrific strike throwing. Look at the strike throwing tonight. 56 pitches for Montero, 42 for strikes. 3-1. Strikes to balls. If you're 2-1, that's a good day. The 0-2, half cut. Did he go? Yes, he did. Appeal down to third. Ryan Wills goes up with the right hand. 2 hits for the Astros. Isaac Paredes with a soft fly ball that was just in the right spot down the right field line. And now Altuve's infield single. Second strikeout for Kader Montero is the first out of the 5th inning. Pitcher works this quickly, gets outs this quickly, meaning very few pitches in each at bat. Ground ball chopped to second base. McKinstry will field step on second, throw to first. They got him. Oh,
boy,
man.
And AJ immediately put up his hand.
I thought live they got him. We will see. There was a little bit of confusion at the bag at second, almost a collision between McKinstry and McGonigal. They will challenge. Bang, bang at the base.
And boy, with a 7.
Detroit is challenging the safe call at first base.
I think he got him by an inch.
Boy, with an 8-0 lead, I would think that you got to be pretty sure. And man, that is close. Looks like his foot is up.
I mean, it's as close as it can get, but you can see the ball hitting leather, and the foot is still an inch off the base. Would you agree?
Yeah, that's the way I see it. Tigers see it the same way. They're running off the field.
It's really, really close, and we've seen the umpires in New York not change the call when it's this close, even though it is clear. Instant replay brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, 1-800-CALL-SAM. They're all seeing it the same way. Lance Barksdale, the crew chief, will be on the call. Looks like an inning-ending double play, unassisted 4-3. Here's the call from Lance.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner's out.
Diaz bounces into an inning-ending double play, and Montero has cruised through 5. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's all Tigers right now. They've got an 8-0 lead. This is the home of the
Chico to the belt. Checks the runners. Belliard trying to hold Ramirez close. And what happened?
A wild pitch. That one goes into the seats. All right, in unison, just a little outside.
Sometimes you come to a baseball game and you see something you've never seen before. I guarantee you will see that again. and again. And again.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do it like brisket, wrap, and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Noon games coming up. Kerry Carpenter hearing the Kerry chants. Brian Abreu is the new pitcher. 30,036 turning out on this Friday night. Carpenter swings and misses. Kerry with a 2-run home run, his 11th of the year, back in the 3rd inning. Swung and missed at a fastball first at bat against Arguetti. Swung and missed at a fastball second at bat to start the at bat. Saw 3 curveballs away. Knew he was going to get a fastball, and on pitch number 5 he did, and he did not miss. The 0-2. Fastball away. 1-2. Delgado is now in the 3rd. Matthews takes over at second base, so a couple of veterans getting a couple of innings off. Slider down. Kerry Carpenter swings and misses to start the bottom of the 7th inning. We talked about the 81 game mark and where the Tigers are, and the fact that there might be a team that's at the 500 mark or below. I'm going to go out on a limb, Dan, and say that the last playoff spot in the American League will be 82 or 83 wins. In other words, just above the 500 mark.
You would think that it's got to be a little bit above.
I think that's what history shows. And sure, this looks like a year where it might be below. But let's just say that history wins out and the 6th team does have a winning record. And it's 82 or 83 wins is going to be enough to get you that 6th playoff spot. So let's call it 83 wins. So just to give you a feel for what's the road for the Tigers to get there. Swinging a tap foul, 2-1 on Riley Green. That would mean a 49-32 finish. That gets you to 83 wins, and that's like, well, that's a tall task. And yet this team has done that before. They have put together stretches like that. Swinging a shot to short. Pena is up the middle, backhands it, flips over to first. But it really does have to start now, because this next, 30 games or so till the trade deadline on August 3rd will determine whether those Turkish school trade rumors are going to heat up or whether they're going to be quieted. And to me, it's all about not how far out of the last wild card spot, how close are you to the 500 mark. That's the biggest determinant for me.
No, and you're right. The faster you can get there, the better.
Slider for a strike to Torque.
Because all these rumors are going to start climbing, because the other teams will have whoever they trade for a lot longer, and you can get a lot more if you dangle those in front of teams.
Fly ball, center field. Trammell toward right center will make the catch. We'll talk a little bit more about that It was a 1-2-3 seventh inning for Brian Abreu. Seventh inning brought to you by Snethkamp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. The Snethkamp.
Slittler making his 16th start of the year, 7-3, 1.82. He has 96 strikeouts in 89 innings. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Ascar. It's the 4th strikeout for Slittler, 2nd out of the inning.
Again, just mixing up the two-seamer and the four-seamer. This kind of runs up right under his hands. He makes contact. It's not going anywhere, but just a great pitch.
Swing and a miss. 6th strikeout and 3rd in a row.
Well, if you looked at the scouting report, the Reds have trouble with hard throwers, and it's really coming to that. You have not seen anybody really catch up to Cam Slittler tonight.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 10. He strikes out the side. 10 strikeouts. 4 innings for Cam Slittler.
There's a two-seamer. I mean, that just comes back. I mean, that's an unhittable pitch. You know, folks, sit back and enjoy what you're seeing. Cam Slittler is really good.
Of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, NorthvilleLumber.com.
Pitching change brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. 8-0 Tigers. We're in the 8th inning, and Manuel Jesus takes over on the mound. Zach McKinstry moves over to shortstop. Now Lee takes over at second. So Kevin McGonigal gets the veteran treatment and gets off his feet for a couple of innings. AJ's talked about that. We talked about in the pregame yesterday. Kevin McGonigal played in his 78th game today. The most he's played in his brief minor league career is 88. Swing and a miss. AJ said, obviously it's hard for me to take him out of any game right now, but that's why I DH'd him yesterday to give him sort of a break. And he said, but we have to realize he can't play in every game, or 156. You really, it's something they're balancing right now, and it's not easy, as he said, to take him out of the lineup. So you look for spots like this. Give him a couple of innings of rest in a blowout.
And it's Riley Green DHing tonight, too, who's played in every game. And he's one of only 3 in the American League that have played in every game, Pete Alonso and Cole Young. I mean, that's amazing.
The 1-2, fastball up and in. And AJ was asked about that today. He said it's just, I mean, given the schedule and the fact that it's every day for, you know, when you go to spring training, you're working out every day, even if you're not playing every day, it's a lot. And he said it's pretty extreme to ask guys to play all out for 6 full months. Ground ball to short, or towards short, fielded by Keith. He flips over to first, and Trammell fell down.
Yeah.
Is he claiming that was a foul? I think he realizes that was not. Was it or was it not a foul?
It looked like to me it hit well in front of home plate. Like
he left his bat at home plate and then just walked to the dugout.
Just slipped, or something.
Slipped in the batter's box, never left the batter's box. Didn't pick up his bat, though. He just walked to the dugout. I thought he was walking over to the trainer. So, the putout, Colt Keith to Spencer Torkelson, 5-3. Swinging a fly ball to center field. This one is deep. James Outman back to his right, makes the catch. Jeremy Pena, another good swing, but it's the second out of the 8th. 8th inning is brought to you by Varsity Ford. Visit Varsity Ford in Ann Arbor. Check some scores from the 1-800-CALL-SAM Studio scoreboard. Brought to you by Meijer, the official grocery retailer of the Detroit Tigers radio network. A 10-run third for the White Sox at home against Kansas City. That game's now in the top of the 4th inning. Jacob Gonzalez with a 3-run home run and Miguel Vargas with a 3-run home run. That team can bomb the ball. Fastball up and away. Yordan Alvarez out of the game. Jake Myers can say, I pinch hit for Yordan Alvarez. Good story for the grandkids. Swinging a foul down the third base line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Talked about the Tigers 12th in offense. Chicago White Sox are top 5 in run scoring. The Minnesota Twins are 2nd in run scoring. The 1-1. Line drive caught with a lunge by McKinstry to his left. Line drive off the bat of Jake Myers. Nice grab by McKinstry before the ball hit the ground.
Brandon Sproat left his last start with tightness in his hamstring. Just
Jesus fastball up and away. Jesus is turning into quite the nice piece for A.J. Hinch in that bullpen. Cut her a little bit low. 2-0. Delgado's first at bat of the game came in to give Isaac Paredes just a little bit of a blow in the 7th inning. The 2-0. Fastball low and away. 3-0. Last thing that De Jesus wants to do, but his strike throwing, Dan, has been so good. Struggled with his command early in the year and then really began to put it all together in his last month. Strike on the inside corner, but lately it's been terrific. The strike throwing is at 68%. The 3-1 ground ball off his foot, and that's covering over 13 innings of work.
Yeah, the last 7 appearances have been scoreless. This is now 3 out of the last 4 games, and I don't think he minds one bit going those long stretches where he hasn't pitched that often. So he's, give me the ball, I'll be fine.
Being used short and long, and now starting to be used in close games. Really, he was just not a mop-up guy. AJ doesn't have mop-up guys, but he was pitching in games that the Tigers were behind. He gave up 7 runs in a game back in April, went down to the minor leagues, came back, still continued to give up runs. Now again, he's on quite the roll. Sinker low. That's just the 2nd walk he's issued in his last 11 innings of work. 11 innings, no runs on 3 hits. Now 2 walks and 11 strikeouts with great strike throwing. 131 pitches in 11 innings, 12 pitches an inning. He's just attacking with good stuff. First pitch changeup on the outer third for a called strike to Christian Walker. 8-0 Tigers in the 9th. The 9th inning is brought to you by Comerica Bank. If you want to elevate your small business's game, visit Comerica.com/succeed to learn how. Walker swings at a 94-mile-an-hour fastball, fouls it out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. Afternoon game tomorrow, game 3 of this 4-game weekend series. Framber Valdez pitched very well against the Astros in Houston, then followed that up with a really good start against the Yankees. Still TBD for the Astros. Fastball up and away. Tung is the scheduled, or it's his turn in the rotation. Fly ball to right field. Ben Mulgeri will go back, make the catch. 1 step shy of the warning track, heading toward the line. Walker deep fly ball out. And I do see Tung listed at least on the MLB research app, but he's had his struggles this year. Tigers had some success against him in Houston. Went out. That brings up Bryce Matthews. Again, Joe Espada has emptied his bench to get a few guys off their feet in the late innings. Bryce Matthews first at bat of the day. Backdoor cutter for a called strike. Delgado takes second base on defensive indifference. The strike 1 to Matthews. Fastball up and away. 110 start tomorrow, 140 on Sunday. Likely Jack Flaherty for the Tigers against Hunter Brown, who was outstanding coming off the injured list. The native Detroiter against his team growing up, the Tigers. Fastball away, swing and a miss. Fastball's getting a lot of swing and miss.
Boy, DeJesus, too, continues to baffle right-handed hitters, too. I mean, they come into the game hitting 186 off of him. And he just continues to make those quality pitches on the outside part of the plate. That cutter on the outside part of the plate, the changeup, and fastball.
The 1-2, fastball up and in. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with the fastball belt high. It's got some life up there.
Well, you know, and Cater and DeJesus both, you know, are going through the family in Venezuela and have on the side of their hats. And you know they're pitching with a lot of emotion right now, too.
First pitch swing and a foul out of play. Said his mom and dad, who are here from Venezuela, watching him pitch in the major leagues for the first time. Of course, he'd only been in the major leagues for a handful of innings 5 years ago. That's a big thrill for him. He and his wife are expecting in August. Loperfido swings, fouls it out of play.
DeJesus also was around for that Venezuela win during the WBC on stage in the medal presentation, the trophy presentation.
Set a record with 8 strikeouts in a WBC game. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Got him. Tigers win. Just about a perfect night at the ballpark. Tigers with home run power early, jump out to the big lead. Cater Montero, another gem. And then Manuel DeJesus with mom and dad in the crowd closes it out in the ninth. Our final score, the Detroit Tigers even up the series with the Astros with an 8-0 win.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra with the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra, where power meets precision in a truck that leads where it matters most. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. We are professional grade. Michigan residents get $1,000 lease cash on a 2026 Sierra Light Duty Elevation Crew Cab with a Turbo Max engine. And now well-qualified GM employees with a current eligible GMC lease use it during GMC Truck Month to get a 24-month ultra-low mileage lease for $199 per month with $40.89 due at signing. That's $199 per month with $40.89 due at signing. Must be a current lessee of a 2021 model year or newer Buick or GMC vehicle through GM Financial for at least 30 days prior to the new vehicle sale. Tax, title, license, dealer fees extra. No security deposit required. Mileage charge of 25 cents a mile over 20,000 miles. At participating dealers only. Residency restrictions apply. Visit gmcofferinfo.com for details.
Diamond, flawless clarity, exceptional color saturation. I'd value this at $4 million.
Nailed it. That's the top prize in the new Gem series of instant games from the Michigan Lottery. 4 glittering tickets with precious gemstones, diamonds, topaz, emeralds, and rubies, with $203 million in total prizes.
Where did you get this?
Party store around the corner.
I need to make a stop.
The new Gem series of instant games from the Michigan Lottery. It's sparkling fun.
For everyone.
Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
Davey Tree and the Detroit Tigers are excited to present triples for trees. 3 trees planted for...
With these designs, I wanted to bring out the Old English letter font, but add a twist to it. This is one I've developed over the years and used on a lot of tattoos. You could tell a sign painter or a lettering person by their numbers. That reveals a lot about them. It's an honor to design for the Dodgers. It's almost gone beyond sports, even into fashion. People wear LA caps all over the world.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
.com/succeed. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A. Member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Baseball is back in the D, and it's time to bring the bliss to game day. This season, crack open a Carbliss while you're cheering on the Detroit Tigers, the official ready-to-drink cocktail of the Detroit Tigers. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, just 100 calories with bold, unbeatable flavor. From tailgates outside the ballpark to watch parties at home, Carbliss is the MVP of your lineup. So when the Tigers swing big, you sip big. Carbliss, the official ready-to-drink cocktail of the Detroit Tigers. Find your bliss at drinkcarbliss.com.
Life is beautiful and fragile. We fall. We get tired. And sometimes we get sick. But with Corewell Health, we are also strong. We fight disease. We battle cancer. We come together. We come back. We push forward. When the body breaks, we break through. Corewell Health. We can.
Detroit Tigers postgame from the Metro Detroit Buick GMC Dealers broadcast booth. Here are Dan Dickerson and Dan Petrie.
Tigers win 8-0, even up the series with the Astros. A game apiece. Couldn't draw it up really much nicer. I mean, the weather's perfect, big crowd. Tigers score early and often, get another great start. This is like a perfect night of baseball.
Yeah, and I think that it was such a hard loss yesterday, too. Just the way Troy Melton pitched, and it's such a close game. And, just to have, them eke out and get that second run yesterday. I think the Tigers were chomping at the bit today. Cater just set the tone, and the Tigers' offense took over, and hopefully this will be a good start for things to come.
Tigers win it 8-0. Our player of the game